Greetings to all my fellow watch enthusiasts on YouTube and Facebook and wherever else this video is being seen and shared. It's Lean Driver once again, coming to you with another unboxing and review of another watch that, well, this is a tour watch actually. This is another one of the tour watches from the Random Rob channel. This is my second Nezumi watch. You may remember I recently uploaded a review of their Voltaire, whatever, Chrono, which I thought was an okay watch. Was not overly thrilled with it, but still a good watch. I mean, it's still a watch I would recommend to somebody looking for that style of watch at a really good price. Pardon me. But now I have their Corbeau watch, another chronograph, a little bit different look to it, and I actually like this one quite a bit better. Let's get into it. Now, when you buy the watch does come, when you order the watch, you do get your choice of straps. So you can choose from these two, the kind of seat belt material style, NATO style, in this, I guess this would be a tan color and a gray color, and I think there's also a black color as well. Which this does not come with. Now, people who have been long-time viewers of my channel know that I have a dislike for this style of strap. So the watch actually came, when I opened the box, it actually had no strap on it. So I put one of my own on there, and I will take that off before I send it off to the next tour person. But for now, we'll just take a look at it. You can see you get this little pamphlet, and this is the Nezumi giveaway. This watch was given into the Random Rob channel, and after the tour is over, I guess I'm not really sure what happens to it after the tour is over, but you see it is a Corbeau, reference is CQ1.202, which is kind of funny because the reference on the website is CQ2.202, but okay, we'll go with whatever. And you see you get the gray and burnt gold, what is that, Terrania NATO? I don't know what that word is, but anyway, that's what they gave us with the paperwork. And as you can see here, we have the watch itself. And I've put it on a collar ebb black leather strap, just so I could wear it around and enjoy the watch. And I have enjoyed this watch. It is a nice watch. A little on the small side for my taste. I found that 42 to 44 is really my sweet spot. And this one is a little smaller than that, but still, it is really a nice looking watch. I really like this dial much better than the other Nezumi that I reviewed, with that kind of two-tone with the mustard yellow. Which was a nice looking watch, don't get me wrong, but this one I like better. I'll fire up the chronograph so that we can watch it work. You can see that the chronograph second hand is the big second hand running here. We have a 24-hour indicator at the 3 o'clock position. We have the chronograph minute, and it looks like an hour-long register, which is really a nice bonus. Most of these sub-dial registers for the chronograph minutes are only 30 minutes long. So 60 minutes is a nice bonus. And you can see here at the 6 o'clock we have the running seconds. And from the tick, tick, tick of the second hand, you can see that this is a quartz movement. It starts and stops without jumping, which means it's probably a I think that's the result of a vertical clutch movement as opposed to horizontal. This is a non-screw down crown, so the water resistance isn't great, even though you do get a dive bezel. You'd probably go snorkeling with it if you wanted to. but it lines up pretty well. There, that's a little better. No kickback on the bezel. It has a good crisp click to it. There, and it lines up okay. It could be a little better, but we are talking about a certain price point here, and we're not talking Rolex money here. So, and on the back is really nice Caseback artwork. You have the Nezumi logo, and you see their motto: creating bonds. Nice relief cut. It's not sharp. It has a nice smoothness to it, so it's not going to irritate your wrist. A good solid screw down Caseback. And you can see the chronograph minute register is working quite nicely. And if we stop it there and press the reset, you'll see it's a flyback. And everything flies back and resets to 0 just nicely. So, good quality movement. I'm going to put it on my wrist so you can get a wrist shot. And see what it looks like on my 7 1/4 inch wrist. You can see it wears very nicely. It wears like its size. It has very long lugs, so it covers the wrist quite nicely. Drilled lugs, as you can see, so that makes strap changes very easy, very quick. On and off in just a couple of minutes. I really like this dial a lot better than the other one. This is a much better looking watch and would make me a lot happier to own. I like the coin edge on the bezel. I've always been a big fan of coin edge bezels. Nice flat crystal. Not a lot of distortion. It has AR coating, of course. It's just a nice looking package, a nice looking presentation. And other than the fact that you don't get an option for, in my opinion, a decent strap, you get these NATO straps, which I dislike. Other than that little niggling thing, I have a whole ton of straps lying around that I could just pop on any watch at any time. So this was not a problem, just to pop on the strap that I like. See the drilled lugs there. Signed crown. I guess you would call those piston style pushers. It's a very thin watch, so it wears very comfortably. It'll slide under a cuff very nicely. That beveling on the bezel will, on the crystal I should say, will help get it under a cuff sleeve. Very nice. So I have my little sheet of facts here, so we can nerd out together. As I said, this is the Nezumi. I hope I'm pronouncing that company name correctly. I don't want to mispronounce it, but it looks like Nezumi to me. So Nezumi Corbeau. And I know I'm pronouncing the word Corbeau correctly because I have a pair of Corbeau seats in my Celine. And I know from talking to the company that it is pronounced Corbeau. The reference number of this watch is CQ2.202. There are different colorways of this watch available on the website, and I will leave a link to the website in the description. This is they call a vintage style aviation chronograph. Roughly, and this is snapshot in time, in late May of 2020, about $327 US. Let's see. Sapphire crystal, as I mentioned. It's a flat crystal, AR coated. Case is 316L stainless. It's a 40 millimeter diameter case. It is a 47 millimeter lug to lug. 12 millimeters thickness. And a 20 millimeter lug width. So standard lug width, so any strap will do. It is a 120 click bezel. Nice and smooth. Very vocal, which I like personally. I like a vocal bezel so that I know when it clicks in. 50-meter water resistance. After all, they are advertising this thing as an aviation style watch, even though it has a dive style bezel on it. So I would think an aviation style bezel would have a tachometer on it or a slide rule of some kind, but maybe I don't have enough of an open mind in that respect. And for movement, we are using the venerable and highly robust Seiko VK63 Mecha Quartz. Lots of smaller watch companies use the Seiko Mecha Quartz movement for this kind of watch, and they are solid movements. So you're going to get lots of years of good service out of them. And probably the worst thing you're going to ever have to do is change the battery every once in a while. These movements just don't fail. They just don't go wrong. They're a good movement. So Nezumi picked well when they did that. And, not much more to say about the watch. I mean, definitely a recommend from me. I think it's a nice watch. I would like to see it in a 42 millimeter. Fit me better, but 40 fits well enough. It's very flexible, very versatile for a large number of wrists. I like the finishing on it, that brushed look. It's not too distracting, not too much flash. And as I said, I love the coin edge bezel. I wish we would see more of that. I really think overall it's a great watch. Recommend, definitely, if you guys are, if any of you watching this video are in the market for a watch like this, definitely a recommend from me. I think it's a great watch, and definitely one that should be on your short list of I got to take a look at one of these. So with that, I'm just going to wrap my video with the usual spiel. If you like the video, thumbs up would be appreciated. That does help me. The more likes I get, the more thumbs up I get, the more searchable my channel becomes for the YouTube algorithms. And since I'm trying to grow the channel, a little bit every day helps. The thumbs up helps me. Comments, questions, suggestions down below. I read them all. I respond to them all. However, if you're overly nasty, negative, or abusive to either myself or other channel viewers, I'll just delete the post and I'll block you. That's just the way it is. That's just the way it's got to be. If you are new to my channel or you've been here a little while, you haven't already done so, please click that thumbs up. Well, click that too, but click the subscribe button. It's that big red button down in the lower right. And then click the bell icon next to it so that when I upload new content, you are alerted. Got more videos coming. Lots of people are loaning watches into the channel, which is good for me. And I'm also going to be picking up some more watches in the near future, which is also good for me. So stay tuned. Be safe, be well, be careful out there. We'll see you soon.